Hey y'all, that's a good way to start a video off, rooster crowing. But it is a beautiful day and a rooster can't help but crow as pretty as it is out here today. But I just want to take a minute, we're going to take a few shots and talk about my riverboat. And I use it to hog hunt with. You idiot chicken. Hey y'all, I just want to take a minute and do a little quick video and talk to all of you that subscribe to my channel. We gonna take a few shots with my bow right quick, and then we're gonna go out and look at my boat that I built to hog hunt out of. Robert posted one of my hunts back last year, and one of the biggest comments on that video was people asking about the boat that I use on the river. And I'm gonna kind of imprint some photos of what I done. I built this boat, and I'll tell you a lot of the story of it as we walk out there in a few minutes and take a look at it. But I'm gonna take a few shots and practice a minute, and then we'll walk out there and I'll kind of explain to you how I come across that boat and how I built it. And for those of you that's just subscribed to my channel, this is a St. Patrick Lake American stick. It is 49 pounds at 28 inches. It is 68 inches long, and this is one of my favorite bows. And the next one I get will be my favorite bow. I love hill bows. Man, to be honest with you, I like all bows, but these are a little bit special to me. I love hunting with a hill style longbow. But let's take a few practice shots, and then we're gonna walk out here and I'm gonna kind of show you all my river boat, my hog hunting boat, and kind of show you and tell you a little bit of the story of how I come across creating it. And I'll put some pictures in the video, hopefully, and show you how I built it and the process of building it. Let's take a shot at, I guess we'll just take a shot at this deer right quick. Sorry y'all, I'm still getting used to this whole filming thing. I'm used to just killing stuff and going home telling my wife, and that's it. But I'll try to set it up where y'all can kind of see what I'm doing here somewhat. But yeah, we're just gonna shoot a few shots and then walk out here and take a look at this boat. And set y'all right there. I'm glad y'all aren't a young'un, because they would be hollering for me. Maybe y'all can see that. But I've had a few comments, people asking me, you know, how long I've been shooting bows and hill style bows, and I'm not going to go into. I mean, I started bow hunting when I killed my first deer with a bow. I think I was 11, but it was a compound, so don't hate me for that. But look, I don't have nothing against compounds. I just really enjoy the traditional way of doing things, and I'm gonna do some videos about different things, and I hope y'all can kind of follow along with and enjoy kind of some of the things we discuss. But I've got a lot of hunts coming up. We're gonna deer hunt a lot, and I'm a big deer hunter, so we're gonna shoot some deer on video, and we're gonna shoot some more hogs come turkey season. We're gonna be fishing a lot. I love to fish the lakes, Lake Sinclair, Lake Oconee, and Clark's Hill, different lakes. I love to catfish, and but we're gonna do some of that. I'm gonna take one more shot. Let's walk out here and look at this boat, because yeah, I'm sure y'all seen people shoot a bow before. I'm gonna take one more shot here. Yeah, I really enjoyed doing the videos. I'm just really getting used to. I never really thought people cared anything about watching, watching me shoot and practice, and probably still don't. But let's walk out here and we're gonna take a look, and I'm gonna tell you a little story about how I come across this riverboat, how well it's worked for me. Don't leave broadheads just laying outside, folks. I got broadheads laying everywhere. I've shot every kind of broadhead you can imagine. It's an old, I think that's an old original Magnus. And old faithful Simmons. Looks like a swamp shark, or an old version of an interceptor or something. But yeah, we're gonna walk out here and I want to show y'all this boat. A lot of people's asked about it and how I come across basically building this boat. I'll tell you a little bit as we walk out there, and we'll go take a look at it. Alright, let's pull out here and take a look at this boat. Let me go ahead and pull it out and start getting it ready. Right. This is a little river boat that got all the attention on the video. This is it right here. And it is perfect for what I do with it. Works really good. And I'll tell you a little bit of the story. This is the motor. I just got a 30 horse tohatsu on it, and it's just right for scooting around the river and pulling up on the bank. It is 16 foot long. It is very long for riverboat standards, I think. But how I come across this boat is a friend of mine had bought this boat and decided that he had to put another motor on it. He took it to a guy to work on it, and it had an engine on it, but the engine, the top end was gone out on it, and it sat for probably a year or more at a guy's place where they work on boats. And my buddy had a few other boats that this wasn't a primary deal to him. He just bought it cheap, and the motor turned out was no good on it. So it sat there, and he decided that he didn't want to put the money into putting a new motor on it. The boat wasn't nice enough, to do anything much with. And he told me that if I wanted it, I could have it. And all I'd have to do is go to the guy and tell him, hey, whatever he owes you, basically pay what was owed for what he'd done, the work he had done to it, and I could have it. So I followed up on it, and I went and looked at the boat, and yeah, it was pretty bad shape. He let me have the boat, didn't charge me anything. He said, look, man, if you'll just get the boat out of here, I'd be fine with me. So he took what he had in parts off of the engine, and I pulled the boat home. The boat, I promise you folks, did not look this good when I first saw it. All this that you see now, I've done to the boat, getting it ready, and it's turned out to be an awesome little riverboat. I have used it a lot, and I've caught some big fish in it, and I've killed a lot of hogs and put them in it. Usually keep a Yeti cooler kind of sitting in the middle with ice in it, and it's just fun to get out there in the river and hog hunt in the mornings, come back and fish till 2 o'clock, catch a mess of fish or kill a hog. But I've used it for that, and it's done really well. But when I brought this boat home, it was an ugly color. It had been camoed, it had been painted 30 times. So I took the boat and flipped it upside down. It had no engine on it. And I flipped it upside down and started looking at the transom. The transom on this boat, I counted 28 holes in the transom of this boat. There was no way I was putting this boat in the water. The rivets, this is a riveted aluminum boat. The rivets on the bottom were not leaking. They were pretty sound. So that was an advantage. I didn't have a boat that was leaking there, rivets at the bottom. But I did go ahead and seal them with the same stuff that they use on the bottom of airboats. And you'll see on some of the pictures, if I can get them on the video, you'll see that. But the transom had 28 holes in it. So I had a friend of mine, we cut the transom out, or he did, not we did. But he cut the transom out and we replaced it and put a whole brand new piece of aluminum in the back. And all this is new. We braced it off, put these in. You can see here, this is all brand new. Put a whole new thing on it, and I bought this engine used, and I mounted the engine. I actually backed this boat up to a tree out here, and you see these extra holes. I had a marina mount this motor for me, and they mounted the engine too high, and I went back and moved it off of this plate, dropped it down because it would not trim out where the marina had it setting. So I fixed that, and new transom, had no leaks after I put this transom in. Boat still has no leaks. The only leak I have discovered is the drain plug itself right there. Y'all can see that the drain plug sort of leaked a little bit. I repainted, I took stripper and stripped the entire boat down as far as paint, and went all the way to bare aluminum on everything but the inside. The inside here I didn't mess with. I just painted over what was here on the inside because it hadn't been painted a million times, so I figured I could paint it and be good with just painting the inside. My wife found these seats on Facebook Marketplace. They're Millennium Marines, and they are gray in color. But she found them, and come to find out, when I met the guy that had them, I knew him. So he was someone I already knew, and so I got an even better deal on the seats. So I had no money in the boat, all the money I spent was in paint and sanding it down. I took wire brushes, and after I put the stripping agent on it, I stripped everything down to bare aluminum, dried it, cleaned the whole aluminum boat with vinegar and diluted vinegar, cleaned it, dried it with a blower, and then come back and started repainting over the boat. And then later on, every day I'd come back, clean it again after I put a paint job on it, and just kept doing that. And then eventually I put a camo pattern on the boat, and you'll see some of the pictures. I'll implant pictures, but yep, the trailer was, there's a little bit of the paint job. You can kind of see what it looks like, and that's it with the seats up. It is your throttle control is here. It is stick steering. You can see where I mounted that over there for the stick steering, and man, it works excellent. It is perfect. I ordered these online, or my wife ordered them for me. That's your lights that are required, and you know, you got a light on the back, a marker light. The trailer, I had to put brand new wheels and tires on, and wheel bearings. I've done all that. You can see those are brand new, except for the wheels. The wheels are the original wheels. I just put new tires on. And then I came back here. I bought a taillight wiring kit and put the tail lights on. I had my brother-in-law welded a bracket on each side. We drilled in and put tail lights on it. And you see there's tail lights. Yep. And that's all it is. And the only thing on this trailer that I have really paid for that was costly was the old tohatsu, the power plant, the thing that you got to have. And I got a good deal on it as well. So all total, with this whole setup, a 16-foot aluminum boat, trailer and everything, I've got around $2,800 in. That's insane. But that's about what I got in it. Pretty much just the motor is what I've paid for on this boat. And it will scoot down the river. I don't know how fast it runs. That don't matter, because don't matter how fast you're passing all the fish. I want to catch fish, not run past them. But there's some stuff that I'm going to add to this boat in the next few days. I am going to replace these pedestals. The bearings are wore out in the original pedestals. I'm going to take the seats back off, replace those on both seats, and I'm going to come right here and put a bilge pump, because I got caught in a rainstorm last year on the river, and it will fill up with water if you don't have a bilge pump. So we're going to do that, and like I said, I'm going to implant some pictures to kind of show y'all, you know, what I've done. I'm also replacing this. I'm going to do this a little different way, put something better there for the boat. When I hook the boat up, I'll be replacing this winch. I want to replace this whole winch here. This handle wants to slip, so I'll be replacing that. And I mean, you can, a matter of fact, I saw a boat when I was going to church this morning sitting inside the road that was almost identical to this, and they wanted $800 for the boat. You got $800, you could buy that boat that I saw this morning. Boats are pretty cheap right now because I think during COVID they kind of flooded the market with boats. But spend your money on the engine, and put you an engine, a small. All you need to hog hunt to get up and down the river is about a 15 to 25 horse, and it'll carry you anywhere you want to go. You don't. I know you see these guys running up and down the river with these big fancy river boats. You don't look. I am a river rat. I was born on the river. None of us ever had that stuff, and the hogs are just as dead, and the fish are just as caught. in a $2,800 boat versus a a guy that's got a pile of money dumping a bunch of money on having a nice boat. You don't need it. It's a river boat. You're gonna hit stuff in the river. It's always blown my mind how guys will go and pay that kind of money and put a boat in the river, put jack plates on them and kick plates and all that. And I've run the river my whole life, never had a kick plate on a boat. And I've bumped into stuff, but I've never in my lifetime, and I may tear it up tomorrow, but I run the river like I got sense. I don't run it wide open. And I run this boat in water that you could stick your hand down and touch the bottom all the time. And I never tear anything up, but I use my head. I grew up on the river. I want to live on the river, and I want to survive the river. But eventually, if you run wide open, you're eventually going to tear something up. And if you don't tear something up, it's going to throw you out of the boat. And I watched a lot of folks that I know and have known over the years get killed on the river. Take my advice. If you want to run the river, do it in a safe manner. And don't spend a fortune. That's the thing. You don't have to spend a ton of money to be a legitimate swamp hunter. I mean, you don't. I mean, to me, traditional archery, that's the reason we do it, is because we are not like this market of people that are spending thousands of dollars on junk and technology. We're doing things the simpler way. So if you're true to the soul and the heart of traditional archery, don't break yourself to be a hunter. It takes the fun out of it. And man, I can jump on a bandwagon and pet peeve about some of this technology that's being used, like what's the fishing stuff that everybody's up in a roar about, active target stuff where they can see the fish down there. And look, I've got it. I've had it before, and I just don't use it a lot because I just don't enjoy it. And there's no way I would use it in tournaments, but they're banning that stuff out of tournaments because it's not even fishing. It's the element of actually looking for fish and actually fishing by throwing a lure and seeing if something's there is over. It's done. Technology has rooted that out. And the same thing's happening in deer hunting and hog hunting, where you got people using, I seen this year where somebody had used a thermal drone to fly up over public land, spot deer, drop pins on them, and then went in hunting. That is, it is illegal, but why would you do that if you call yourself a traditional archer? Why are you using that kind of technology to be traditional? My neighbor's kid laughing at me because I'm videoing probably. But I could get all uptight about that, and I'm not going to get on here just to fuss about that. I want to show everybody, how you can have and access the river and fish and be a hunter and not cause yourself to get a divorce because you're spending all your money that should go to your kids and your family. But you can do it in a way that's economical and smart. And buddy, this right here is smart. Go find your old boat and put the work into it, and you'll have a lot more. It's just like shooting traditional bows. The reward in it is so much greater. The day I shot the first pig in the river swamp and brought that joker and put the meat in that cooler, you couldn't tell me nothing, because I stayed out here for probably, I don't know, about 15 days sanding, painting, cleaning, installing cables and doing all that. So when I killed that first pig, you couldn't tell me nothing. I done this. This was my victory in this. And I'm telling you, don't rob yourself of that with all this technology and all this high-end stuff and these boats that you spending tons of money on. You don't need it. And I ain't knocking nobody's got it, but it's not necessary. And what I want to see people do is get out there and be successful, not go into bankruptcy. Hunting ain't worth going into bankruptcy and ruining your family. But I did want to show y'all this boat. I'm going to implant some photos into this, and so y'all can see it, and probably be maybe at the tail end of this video, or I'll put them in maybe right here. But if I put the pictures in right here, you look at them and I'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more. All right, hopefully I figured out how to put those pictures of the old pig killer swamp boat, and maybe I got those pictures in there where you can see them. And I know somebody's going to ask, but this is just a center console 19-foot winter boat, and it is the boat that I take out shark fishing on the coast. I enjoy doing that some, and wish I could do it more, but it's, like I said, this boat is a 80s model boat, and I have a Mercury 175 6-cylinder Tower Power 2-stroke on it. So the reason I don't go a lot is I don't want to send the rest of the world into a fuel crisis. That thing's got a 55-gallon fuel tank, and in about 7-8 miles it will empty that 55-gallon tank with that old 80s, I think it's an 84 model 6-cylinder Tower of Power Mercury. It's bad. I love the engine, but it loves fuel too. But I just want to make this video, show y'all my riverboat, and let y'all know we're getting it ready. And soon as turkey season comes in, we're going to be after pigs again, and we're going to fish, and we're going to be doing some work in the woods, getting some places. I'll give y'all a little bit of an idea of some of the videos that I'm going to be doing. Is this will be my first year attempting to saddle hunt, and I've been playing with the saddles and climbing sticks and all that. So I got some videos showing me going through different saddles and attempting to climb and all that, and then y'all enjoy that because I'm scared of heights, so it'll be fun to watch as I struggle. But I've always hunted out of lone wolf sitting climbs, and that's what I'm comfortable in. But I've been practicing a lot with the saddles, and I've gotten semi-comfortable with them. I've spent about 45 minutes in a saddle, and I got to where I could be comfortable. I've got it adjusted good, and I think that is the biggest thing, is getting comfortable. And it's going to really open up a lot of unique opportunities for me to be in trees around the farm here and on the river that ordinarily I couldn't get into. So I'm excited to see how that's going to work out, and if it increases the number of deer I can get a shot at, because I shoot at a lot of deer every year. I've been pretty successful as a traditional bow hunter. But yep, I'm gonna wind this video up. I thank y'all for watching, and I pray for each and every one of you, and I hope you'll subscribe to my channel and come along with me and kind of watch some of the things I get into and come across, and hopefully for long we'll be in this boat going up and down the river. Y'all have a blessed day.